Hello, everyone. My name is Rainey Ray, and I'm joined by Barb Rice. Thanks for joining, Barb.
Oh, you're welcome.
And
I enjoy it.
yes, we enjoy our community. Just a couple of quick reminders. Another member of our community, Rebecca, she and I are going to be planning a sourdough and oils for gut health class here at our home in Southwest Florida, at my home in Southwest Florida, where it'll be hands-on and we're going to be picking dates. We still haven't done it yet. I thought we would have already, but we haven't. So if you have input about a date that would work or not work, reach out to me. Um, I'm going to talk about ordering today, but a reminder at all times is that no system is perfect on the internet, so always check and recheck. Um, when you earn points with our reward program, remember they expire a year after you earn them. So use them or lose them. And I think everybody's squared away on my business texting number. It's really for outgoing that I pay for. So whenever you need to get a hold of me, call or text me on my personal number, which is the 847-815-5010. Um, and as a reminder, we are leaving and I'll be gone 6, 7 weeks, starting the end of June, very end of June. So if you want to have me come and get together with some of your friends and family and talk about oils or anything, let's do it before we go. I'm all about keeping it simple. And we're going to talk today about ordering and some changes to the site. But Barb, you're here. Are there any questions that you have that you want us to dive into first before we get into that?
Not really.
Okay, when things come up, just jump in. Okay.
Okay.
All
Yep,
right.
will do.
So, and I know Barb's computer is not up and running yet, so I'm helping her order, but this will help you, Barb, and it will help everybody else once your computer's up. Before we
Okay.
get into that, though, what I want to talk about is as we keep stuff simple, what we want to be able to do is use the oils that we have because we bought them, okay? And I want to us to be able to know how to look things up, okay? How to figure it out. When I started with doTERRA, I did not have an upline that was helpful. And so I had to figure out and sort through the references and other materials to learn about oils that I could trust. Okay. And it's kind of a jungle out there. And now, some years later, it's even more of a jungle because everybody wants to add essential oils to things. Okay. Whether it's those silly things that make your laundry smell, that are all toxic and synthetic, they all say essential oil is in there. So essential oils everywhere. All right. As you know, I love to go to reference books. So Essential Life book, if you have it in print, great. If not, it's no longer in print. Okay. But I do love it. Okay. The other book I really love and refer to a lot is Essential Emotions. All right. This is the 12th edition. And this goes through each oil and how it affects us from an emotional standpoint. Plus, it has a section in here. If you're feeling a certain way, you can look up what oils you might use. Like, for example, if you're feeling overwhelmed or stressed or sad, or if you're grieving, all those emotive things. The other book that I really love is Symphony of the Cells. All right, this is a little booklet. Look at this. It's like, not even, it's a pamphlet. All right, it's a booklet. This is put out by Boyd, Boyd Truman, and you get it through True Wellness, TrueWellness.com. It's all copyrighted and protected, but for example, there are certain protocols in here that Boyd Truman has created, and researched and created and presented that have to do with hormone balance. They have to do with things that can help us when we have bad things happen, like cancer. There's sections in here for neurological. There's cellular, which is the code name for keeping our cells happy, healthy, and getting rid of dead or damaged cells that cause bad things. So, how it's laid out is with generally 10 oils, okay, that you apply in a certain order on the back. And if you don't have anyone that can apply them on your back, then apply them on your feet, okay? And you use coconut oil. It is a book that I have gone to a lot. You hear me talk about our roller that is ID, which stands for infectious disease. That's one of the protocols in here. I made a roller with it because Tom and I use immune boosting and cootie killing rollers every morning to stay healthy. So when I made a roller, I just used these 10 oils with fractionated coconut oil and we roll it on the bottom of our feet. If I had, and this is good for everything from sore throat to staph infection to Epstein-Barr, mono, other infections and influenza, bacterial infections. I would put it on in order as Boyd Truman discovered and as his research has proved out is effective. I have a very dear friend who had um, liver cancer, her dad. And the doctors had already done a lot of treatment. They had given up. Basically, had done so many surgeries, and she was begging to use the oils for him. They refused to permit it, and her father went along with his doctors. And when they gave up, they said to her, "You can use your oils now." And she did. And they applied them on the back and they tried, but he was very sensitive and got rashes. So they applied the oils in the Maxim, Maxim protocol in here. And they applied it in the order that he recommends for the 9 oils and the carrier oil. And he improved and went into remission.
Oh, wow.
Um, So they backed off and they were just putting a roller on, like I use, okay, which is good, but it's not as effective. For some reason, layering the oils and letting those chemical constituents work together in order is what the research shows is the most effective. Just like our aroma touch massage is so very effective. And so right around the time that he had taken because the doctors told him he should take the COVID vaccines. And right around that time, his cancer came back. Don't know if they're connected or not. I have assumptions, but don't know. And so they went back to applying the oils one at a time on the bottom of his feet, and he's much better now. Okay, so um, very important book, The Symphony of Cells. Get it at Boyd at truewellness.com. The other thing I really like are the essential oil apps. And Barb, you and I were talking about this a little bit ago. Your phone is it's a personal computer right in your hand. Okay.
Mhm.
And there are 2 apps that I always seem to go to. One is that Essential Life app, and you just search it under Essential Life in your app store, whether you're Android or iPhone, doesn't matter. And the other one that I like is EOE Books. So EOE Books. I think both of them, cost a little bit. And I like it because they're set up the same way. You can look things up by the oil or by the ailment, just like we talked about in the emotions book, just like Essential Life book is set up. And then what I'm really digging right now is, and you see me post in our group from the Wellness Nook. It's a yearly subscription. So normally we would buy a new book every year if doTERRA comes out with new oils and things. The yearly subscription for Wellness Nook, I think it's about 50 bucks. Don't hold me to it. And you get, I don't know, 10, 12 books in there, including Essential Life book. You don't get Symphony of Cells, but you do get a lot of book, including the Essential Oil Foodie, including a book about making essential oil beverages, plus other books, a different one on emotions. There's so many books in there, and you just go to the website and you can thumb through the library that is included with your subscription and look up things. I think it's important to have multiple sources because there are different ways to use these oils. What I may use for something might not work for Barb, okay? What Barb uses may not work for me. Generally, things work across the board, but, or I may not have a certain oil. Barb may not have a certain oil. So it's good to look in other reference books and see what they're suggesting. Okay, that's one. Two, normally, there's a substitute. And one part I love um, in the Symphony of Cells book is there's a section on substitutes in here. Okay. In our Essential Life book, there's a part on substitutes because not everybody has every oil, nor do we need to. Okay. So that's a really good thing. The other thing is use our group. You can search in our group. And let's say you wanted to search something about geranium, for example. You just type that in the search bar in the group, not in the Facebook search bar, but in the Facebook group search bar. And all of our posts, you know how to do that, right, Barb? All the
Yes.
posts come up with geranium, for example, and you can learn about it. You can download from our group those printables that I post, which are the like if it was geranium, it's a dot, 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 and it's got all the different uses, or not all, but a lot of different uses for geranium. And those are not compliant, meaning it's the real scoop. Okay. In our
Mhm.
private group here, we can talk openly. I am posting these videos on Facebook as public. I may get slapped on the wrist for it, but I want people to know what these oils really do and how they can help us. So, also every month I post those printables, as we call them, on a website page that I created. So it's rainyray.com/specials. So whatever is going on in a particular month, you can go there and find out what's going on. So if you're ordering monthly, okay, or curious about the benefits of ordering monthly, I want to tell you that doTERRA's made some changes, and everything always changes. You know, changes sometimes upset people. They may be hard to get used to, but life is filled with it, okay? So I tend
Mhm.
to embrace it, right? You're nodding, Barb. We tend to embrace it and let's say, okay, let's go for it because I trust doTERRA and they are, I'm sure, making changes that will benefit us in the long run. So, that having been said, when changes are made, there are glitches, okay? So, we create something. How many times have we sent out an email or a text and there was a misspelling or a
Mhm.
mistake, okay? We're human, all right? We give each other grace. So, I want you to check your monthly orders. Check your single one-time orders because you know, I make operator error mistakes all the time, okay? And but the computer itself can make a mistake. The system can make a mistake. It can put in, I've heard things where people had old addresses put in for an order and they haven't lived there for three different moves. Okay. So, it happens, all right? So what I want you to do is just check, check, and check, okay? We order monthly and use the rewards program because it has a lot of benefits, okay? And when I can end up as a net price that I'm paying for things for my health care, for things in our home to keep it toxin free, for things in my personal care, hair care, skincare, all that. When I can pay less than wholesale, I'm a happy girl. When I get stuff free, I'm really happy. Okay. So, with the loyalty reward program, you get a lot of benefits. All right. We know that you start getting back 10% in reward money in your account from moment one off of your orders that are above 50 point value that qualify. Okay. We know that when your order is 125 PV, that's point value, product value, I don't care what you want to call it, um, you get a free oil every month. Okay. We know that you can work your way up to 30% back. And Barb, you're on loyalty, you're newer and you're working your
Yeah.
way up. I have 30% back. So that means I am netting the cost out of pocket is 30% below wholesale because I can take those rewards dollars and buy things with it. Okay? So
Mhm.
it's like somebody gave you a gift card. All right? It's like that. You can use it. And anyone who's confused on how to use their points, look in our group, call me up, call the person that helped you with your account. We're here to help. We love helping. Otherwise, we wouldn't be doing this business. Okay. So when you start to order monthly, and we'll get into the changes in a moment, you're going to pick a process date. I recommend between the 10th and the 13th. The reason is twofold. One, you get free stuff when your order processes on or before the 15th. Two, we know we don't want to wait till the last minute to do our order because then if there's a problem, customer service may not be open to help us with it. And we want to make sure we get that free stuff. Okay.
Right.
Um, Exactly, right? So every time, let's say I want to, my order is set for to go on the 13th. It's going to actually process at 12:01 a.m. on the early morning of the 13th because it's a computer. As soon as the clock clicks to the 13th, it goes. Okay? So you want to make sure that you've looked at your order ahead of time. They've changed the name of our loyalty program several times. They're also having to call it subscription now. Okay. I don't like that name. I don't do subscriptions on Amazon because you're wedded to the same thing delivered every month. So it's kind of a
Hmm.
misnomer for our program. Our program, you can change what you get every single month, and I encourage that. Okay. I always order our VMG, our probiotics, our omegas, things like that. But then I may want to add on, like we talked earlier, geranium. Or I may be almost out of lemon. I add a lemon on. I don't need that every month, like I need my supplements. If you're
Right.
not using our supplements, if you buy lemon one month, you may want to buy something else, tangerine, deep blue, whatever, another month. You change it up. As long as there's one order in there, you're in the program. Okay? Um, and as long as your order is 50 PV, you get your reward points accumulating. The thing that we had this month was when you were over 150 PV, and we do these promos pretty often now, you get additional free stuff. All right. And that's for whether you're using loyalty or not. All right.
Mhm.
So that though all of those specials are while supplies last. Okay. This month they ran out. Okay. They ran out on, I want to say it was like the 16th or something. Okay. So what does that tell us as smart consumers? Even if your loyalty order is set to run on the 13th, you run it early so you don't miss out. Okay. If you want to process your order early, it's easy to do that and you're done for the month. Okay. So I did that. And then I put in a few more orders because we're traveling. I have to stock up on things to travel for 6 weeks. I may as well get those free oils, right?
Mhm.
So every time I did an order of 150 PV, I got two oils for free. So why not, right? That's almost
Right.
60 bucks in oils, free. Okay. So everybody gets that. All right. The other thing is, um, sometimes when they run out, they do substitute something else in. Sometimes they don't. Okay. This month it was free Copaiba as our product of the month, the one we can get, a free product every month. I always want to get those. They're running through our top 13 oils. So we'll have each of the top 13 oils as our medicine cabinet for free each month when you're on loyalty.
Mhm.
That's a good thing to me. Okay.
Yes.
So whether it's called LRP, Loyalty Reward Program, or Rewards Program, or now it's just called My Rewards, or whether it's called subscription, it doesn't matter. It's a really cool thing and it's different than Amazon and all of that. Okay. So they only had to change the name because of the regulations. So I'm going to share my screen and I want to show you a couple of things. Okay, here we go. So here is, let me just move this. Here's my account. Okay. If I go into my account, I go to my rewards order. Here, can you see the screen, Barb?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So let's start at the top. All right. This is my subscriptions, meaning it is my rewards orders. Okay. If I want to see how many reward points I have in the kitty, I click to here. I'm at 30% back and I have 130 reward points in the kitty. That means I have $130 to spend that I have earned. I like to let them build up a little bit and then I can buy a more expensive oil or several things because there's a $3 redemption fee, whether you buy one bottle of lemon with your points or if you buy 10 bottles of something with your points,
Mm.
or a more expensive oil like Melissa or Helichrysum, still the same single redemption fee. So if I go back in, all right, it's now called subscriptions, okay? Up at the top, it's called my rewards order, okay? That's where it gets confusing. So here it's called my rewards order. This plus sign, I do not recommend you use it. This would create a second rewards order for you for each and every month. Okay. We
Mm.
don't need to, and I'm going to tell you why. Okay. Up here is the settings. When I click on that, now I can change the name if I just don't like subscription one as my name. If you care about that, your payment method, your delivery address, your delivery options, and how they notify you. This changes for every one of your orders. Okay. So if you need to do that, then you can do that right in here. Okay.
Okay.
Now, here is my rewards order. Okay. That is going to run in June. If I want to manage, well, let me back up. What they've done is they've added for everyone a second month of rewards orders. So right now, you can see mine is identical to the first one. Okay. You can manage each of these as you see the manage button separately. I don't feel the need to create a different order every month and set it for the next 2 months, or you can add another month down here and you could do 3 months of it. Some people feel that need, okay? Our system needs to accommodate everyone, all right?
Mhm.
So when I want to, I go in to manage my June order. And usually I recommend you do this around the first or second of the month when I or doTERRA or both of us have told you what the specials are. And you use this search bar right here to search out, let's say I wanted to get lemon, okay? So here's 15 ml of lemon. I click on it and it is put into, come on, little. guy. It's put into my account. Okay.
Okay.
Now, let's say I go and I look in my cabinet and I go, oh, I don't need lemon. I don't know why I put it in there, right? All I do is I click this little button here and X out of it. Okay. Very easy.
Okay.
All right. Now, when I say check everything, I mean check everything. Over here on the right is your order summary. I cannot process this now because I have already done my May order and it's not June yet. Okay? I will tell you how you do an extra order if you need it. All right? But if I were to be able to process it now, then it would show me where it's going to be sent to. All right? At the bottom, you have an option to donate to Healing Hands. You have an option to donate $1 or more. Always, if you're a wholesale customer, you do not have this option at the bottom for items for resale or items for personal use. If you are a wellness advocate, always check items are for personal consumption because the tax is significantly different than if it's for resale. Okay? So, let's say I was going to, I decided, oh, I need tangerine. Okay. So if I need tangerine right here, I would add tangerine. And then I would have the option, if I were in the current month, of, see how it's grayed out here now, using points.
Mhm.
So there's a couple ways to use points. You can do a whole points order, and I'll show you how with an instant reward order. Or if you don't want to pay the extra shipping, when it's time comes to do this order, you would just click to use points. Like I said, there's a $3 redemption fee, so please don't use it just for a $16 bottle of oil. Okay? It doesn't make sense. All right?
Yeah.
So let me X out of this, and I want to show you in my friend's account how things would look. So I save and process on the 13th. All right. If we were already into June, there would be another button to process now. Okay. So save and process on the 13th. So let's say I'm going to go into my friend's account. Okay. So my friend Cynthia said we could use her account. We go into her rewards order, and hers has not shipped yet. Do you see that? Hers is set for the 24th. She normally would be buying VMG and stuff, but she's traveling and doesn't need any this month. So, and she normally would process her order earlier, but she likes the option because she travels a lot. Okay. If I click into manage her order, then what you're going to see is you're going to see this proceed to checkout button or the save and process button. In it, let's say I proceeded to checkout. Okay. Now is when you're going to see at the bottom, you can check your shipping address, your payment method, your delivery method, your notification method. Okay. All of these
Mhm.
little pencil in the box mean you can edit those. Okay.
Okay.
So rather than screwing up her life, I'm going to back out of this. Okay. And I'm going to click save and process. Uh, well, on May 14th, 24th. So now let's go back into my account. I've already processed my order, and Tom just used up the last of our detergent. Okay. And then maybe I need some shampoo, or I found out we ran out of Metapower oil, or whatever it is. That's when you use this button here. So when you've already processed your order, whether you process it early or not, you've done your loyalty order, then you click Instant Rewards Order. This gives you the credit in your loyalty program for the order, meaning you'll get points and all of that. So if I click here, create an order. Now, let's go back and I'm going to get in the the detergent. Okay, I love the On Guard laundry detergent. So now I'm going to add that to my bag. Go up in the upper right, here's my bag. Go down to review order. Oh, it's not letting me because I have our heads there. Sorry. Go down to review order. And now I'm in my cart. I'm in my bag where I'm comfortable working. Okay. In this bag, because it's instant, I have my address. I have everything right here. They do this because, like the other day, a friend of mine, um, we had something going on, and I wanted to gift her a roller of Console, which is great for grieving. I created an instant order. I put her address in instead of mine, and I shipped it directly to her. Okay? Let's say when
Okay.
I'm traveling, I have my orders not shipped to our house, but shipped to a neighbor's house because we can't receive them where we're traveling. That's why I have to buy
Right.
stuff ahead of time, right? So
Correct.
so I can do this here. Sometimes I have it go to my friend Lucy. Sometimes if we're up north, I have it go to Tom's shop up north. Okay, you can keep those in there. So in this order here, what I can do is I can put together, see how I can use points is available here.
Hmm.
I have 130 points. This would cost me 36 points. You see right here? So I have plenty of points to use if I wanted to use points. Make sense? So
Yes.
that's when you use an instant reward. But you're going to pay if I did a whole points order, let's say I wanted to spend that whole $130, then I'm going to pay shipping because the only time you don't pay shipping with your rewards item, see right up here, free shipping is when it's at 100. If it's at 50, you get half price shipping. So like I said, put your point stuff on your regular order unless you don't mind paying shipping. Okay? Now let's say, oh, I realized I don't need detergent. You just X out of this and it says you want to clear all the items because that's all I had in there. And I go, yes. And now that order is gone.
Okay.
The beauty of an instant rewards order is when I say, oops, I need to order something, and then it doesn't create or change my existing rewards order. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So I think that those kinds of things can be very helpful. Let me stop our share. And
Yes.
um, so what it is in a nutshell, it's called My Rewards, it's called subscription, it's called all these different things because doTERRA is trying to comply with the regulations. Okay.
Hmm.
Um, do I fill out 3 months in advance? No. Some people want to. Do I fill out 2 months in advance? No. Okay. But let's say I was going to do our detox program. And our detox program, you can either do the 1 month, 30-day one, or you can do a 3 month one. Let's say I wanted to do the 3 month one. I might want to put those products in when I'm thinking about it or when I'm talking with someone about it when it's fresh in their mind. They may want to put those 3 months in so they have it all done and they don't have to go back and say, hey, what am I supposed to order month two for that detox program, right? So I can see where it would make sense for some people. And really, we want to make it easy for everyone, okay? The other takeaway is you can edit each month, okay? If you if you want to, now my order for June is set. Let's say I wanted to edit July. Then don't, that I know that I'm going to want that detergent or whatever, right? Then I just add it in. But remember, unless you edit it, it's going to repeat it. Okay, makes sense?
Yes.
All right. So, like I say, edit your order a few days ahead of your processing date. If you want to click an order in the beginning of the month so you don't miss out on stuff, do it when customer service is open. This is a new system. There are glitches, and you want to be able to get some help. Okay. If you make a boo-boo and the order ships and you screw it up, all right, no big deal. All right. When customer service opens, call them. They will send you a return label. Okay. All of our stuff's guaranteed. But also, our system is guaranteed, meaning if I make a mistake, doTERRA's got my back. Okay.
Good deal.
So if for some reason you talk to somebody in customer service and they are not helpful, which is rare, okay, but sometimes people have a bad day or they're new and they don't know, okay, call me up or the person that helped you get your account because I have an account manager that has a bigger magic wand, okay? So we've got your back, all right? I like to order early, but I like to know what the specials are so that I can make the most of my order, like with this 150 promo. So I got those extra oils. And a lot of people must have been doing it because they're out. Okay. So they set aside a certain amount for a promotion. Okay. This promotion has balance and Madagascar vanilla that we had. You know they have more of both of those, but they need them for regular orders. They're not going to deplete their whole inventory. So they set aside X amount where they think they anticipate what the ordering will be. Okay. And this time it exploded because people love balance and we love Madagascar vanilla. So it just exploded. All right. Um, as I said, it's a new system. So the names are going to be all different everywhere. You're going to see it look different, but don't panic. Take a breath. Just like Facebook changes things all the time. Um, all these platforms change stuff all the time, and we just have to pivot and roll with it. So, does that make sense, Barb?
Yes, it does.
Okay. And I know that when you get your computer back, you'll be able to hop in and we'll have a session or two. And anyone else that wants this, I can set up a session or two with you. We can do it on the phone, we can do it on Zoom, whatever works best for you, so that you are then comfortable. And even if we have to walk through it a couple times, no big deal.
Okay.
The
Sounds good.
beauty, sorry, Barb.
I said it sounds good.
Cool. The beauty of our rewards program also is, let's say that you're ordering on rewards and you go, you know what? I don't want any of this anymore. I don't want to order stuff every month. I just want to order once in a while, like when I go to Costco or Sam's. Okay. No big deal. I encourage people to test drive the loyalty program. You don't want it? Two things I say. One, use your points. We do not leave money on the table. Okay. Two, you have to call customer service because it used to be you could just cancel out of your loyalty program. People were losing their points because you can't keep your points when you're not in the program anymore. So I like to tell people call customer service, have them check how many points you have, do an instant, have them put through an instant reward order to use your points, and then have them cancel you out of the program. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay. You want to join back another time? That's fine. You just start back at 10% and have to work your way up to 30 again. No big deal. All right. So I hope that was helpful. I don't want people to freak out. And we're here if you have any questions or whatever. So that's really, really good.
Sounds good.
Anything that I forgot or that make you need explanation on, Barb?
No, I'm good.
Perfect. All right. Well, that was easier
All
than
right.
I thought. All right. We are going to end this session. I'll upload it to YouTube. I want to tell Barb, thank you for joining.
Oh, you're welcome.
And I hope everybody has a great day and a great week and happy oiling. And I love you all.
We love you too. Bye.
Thanks. Take good care.